Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn with English. On the recommendation of a subscriber named Aaron, today I'm going to start with the unit 1 of the topic business communication. Let's get started. Here are the few notes I've prepared. I will not discuss the syllabus again as we have already discussed in another video. You can go through this one if you want. Let's get started. Introduction. Business communication plays a vital role in the success of any organization. It encompasses various forms of communication used within a business context, including written, verbal, and non-verbal communication. Meaning of business communication. Business communication refers to the exchange of information, ideas, and messages within and outside an organization to facilitate effective decision making, coordination, and collaboration. It involves the transmission of both verbal and non-verbal information through various channels and mediums. Process of business communication. The process of business communication involves several steps. It involves a sender, a message, a medium, a receiver, feedback, and noise. Let's go through let's go through them one by one. Sender. The sender initiates the communication by encoding the message, which means putting it into words, symbols, gestures. Message. The message is the information or idea being communicated by the sender. It can be in the form of written or spoken words, visuals, or body language. Medium. The medium is the channel or means through which the message is transmitted. It can be verbal, spoken or written, or non-verbal, gestures, facial expressions, etc. Receiver. The receiver is the person or the group who receives the message. They decode the message, interpreting and understanding its meaning. Feedback. Feedback is the response or reaction of the receiver to the message. It completes the communication loop and helps ensure the message was understood as intended. Noise. Noise refers to any interference or barrier that may disrupt or distort the communication process. It can be physical, psychological, semantic, or technical in nature. Next topic, functions of business communication. Business communication serves various functions within an organization, and they are informative function, expressive function, persuasive function, coordination function, decision making function. Let's go through them one by one. Informative function. Communication disseminates information, instructions, policies, procedures, and updates to employees, enabling them to perform their tasks effectively. Expressive function. Communication provides a platform for employees to express their ideas, opinions, concerns, and feedback, fostering a culture of open communication and engagement. Persuasive function. Communication persuades and influences others, whether it's convincing people, customers to purchase a product, employees to adopt a new strategy, or stakeholders to support a business initiative. Coordination function. Communication coordinates activities and efforts among two different departments, teams, individuals, ensuring alignment and collaboration towards common goals. Decision making function. Communication provides the information and the data necessary for decision making, allowing managers and leaders to make informed choices and solve problems effectively. New topic. Need and importance of business communication. Need for business communication. Business communication is essential for the following reasons: exchange of information, building relationships, decision making, conflict resolution, enhancing productivity. Let's go through them in detail one by one. Exchange of information. It facilitates the exchange of vital information between individuals, teams, departments, and stakeholders, enabling the smooth functioning of the organization. Building relationships. Effective communication helps build positive relationships both internally and externally, fostering trust, understanding, and collaboration. Decision making. Communication provides the necessary data, insights, and perspective required for the informed decision making and enabling organizations to adapt and respond to the challenges and opportunities. Conflict resolution. Communication plays a crucial role in resolving conflicts and misunderstandings, promoting harmony and cooperation within the organization, enhancing productivity. Clear and effective communication reduces errors, minimizes delays, and improves efficiency, leading to the enhanced productivity and performance. Importance of business communication. Effective business communication holds several key importance. A. Improved internal and external relations, increase employee engagement, enhance customer satisfaction, efficient problem solving, strong organizational culture. Let's go through them in detail one by one. Improve internal and external relationships. Communi- Good communication fosters positive relationships among employees, teams, and external stakeholders, leading to better collaboration and business success. Increased employee engagement. Open and transparent communication empowers employees, making them feel valued, engaged, and motivated to contribute to the organization goals. Enhance customer satisfaction. Effective communication enables businesses to understand and meet customer needs, resulting in improved customer satisfaction and loyalty. Efficient problem solving. Clear communication ensures that problems are identified, understood, and resolved efficiently, minimizing disruptions and optimizing productivity. Strong organizational culture. Effective communication helps build a strong organizational culture based on shared values, common goals, and mutual understanding. New topic. Medium of business communication. Verbal and non-verbal communication. Let's go through verbal communication first. Verbal communication involves the use of spoken or written words to convey messages. It includes spoken communication and written communication. Spoken communication. Face to face conversations, meetings, presentations, and telephone calls are examples of spoken communication. It allows for immediate feedback and clarification. Written communication. Written communication includes emails, memos, reports, letters, and other written documents. It provides a permanent record and allows for thoughtful formulation of messages. Nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication refers to the use of gestures, body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice to convey meaning. It includes body language, tone of voice, visual communication. Body language. Postures, gestures, eye contact, and facial expressions can convey emotions, attitudes, and intentions without the use of words. Tone of voice. The tone, pitch, and inflection in spoken communication can affect the interpretation and impact of the message. Visual communication. Visual aids such as charts, graphs, diagrams, and presentations can enhance understanding and engagement. Channels of business communication. There are different channels of for business communication, formal and informal. Let's go to the formal ones first. Formal channels. Formal communication channels are established by the organization and follow a predefined hierarchical structure. They include downward communication, upward communication, lateral communication, diagonal communication. Downward communication. Communications flows from higher level management to the low level employees, providing instructions, goals, policies, and feedback. Upward communication. Communication flows from lower level employees to higher level management, conveying feedback, ideas, suggestions, and concerns. Lateral communication. Communication occurs between individuals or departments at same hierarchical level, promoting coordination, collaboration, and problem solving. Diagonal communication. Communication occurs between individuals or departments at different hierarchical levels, allowing for cross-functional collaboration and information sharing. Informal channels. Informal communication channels are unofficial, spontaneous, and outside the formal organizational structure. They include grapevine communication and social interaction. Grapevine communication. Informal Informal conversations and rumors among employees that may transmit information rapidly but can be unreliable. Social interaction. Informal Informal communication happens during social gatherings, lunch breaks, and casual conversation, fostering camaraderie, a sense of belonging, and relationship building. Let's discuss different levels of communication. Interpersonal communication, interpersonal communication, group communication, and organizational communication. Let's go through intrapersonal communication first. Communication that occurs within an individual's mind, involving self-reflection, thought process, and decision making. Interpersonal communication. Communication that takes place between two or more individuals, involving face-to-face interactions, conversations, and relationships. Group communication. Communication that occurs within a small group of individuals working together, sharing ideas, collaborating, and making decisions collectively. Organizational communication. Communication that takes place within an organization involving various levels, departments, and stakeholders to achieve organizational goals. Different directions of communication: downward, upward, lateral, and downward communication. Hmm, I've already discussed this one. Communication that flows from high level management to low level employees, providing instructional feedback, organizational information. Upward communication, I've gone through. So let's go through again. Communication that flows from low level employees to high level management, conveying feedbacks, ideas, suggestions, concerns. Later communication. Communication that occurs between individuals or departments at the same level, hierarchical level, promoting coordination, collaboration, and problem solving. Diagnostic communication occurs between individuals or departments at the are different hierarchical levels aligned for cross-functional collaboration. Next topic. Let's go to the next topic. It's an important one. Effective communication. This is helpful in your daily life. Effective communication. Effective communication is the process of transmitting information, ideas, thoughts, and emotions in a clear, concise, and meaningful way. It involves the sender conveying a message to the receiver, who then understands and interprets the message as intended. The effective communication is crucial in various parts of life, including personal relationships, professional settings, and social interactions. Difficulties and barriers to effective communication. There are several barriers that can hinder effective communication. This is an important question. It often comes in the exam. Language barrier. The different barriers for effective communication are hence language barriers, physical psychological barriers, semantic barriers, cultural barriers. Let's go to them one by one. Language barriers. Differences in language, vocabulary, or dialects can lead to misunderstandings. Physical barriers, distances, noise, lack of privacy, and technological issues can hinder effective communication. Psychological barriers. Personal biases, emotions, assumptions, and preconceived notions can impede understanding. Semantic barriers, differences in interpretation, meanings, and understanding of words and symbols can cause miscommunication. Cultural barriers, varied cultural norms, values, and communication styles can create barriers in cross cultural communication. This is also important topic. Solutions for effective communication. To overcome communication barriers, consider the following solutions: clarity and simplicity, active listening, empathy and respect, feedback and validation, use of technology. Let's go through them in detail one by one. Clarity and simplicity. Use clear, concise language, avoid jargons, and break down complex information into understandable terms. Active listening. Participate active listening skills, paying attention, seeking clarification, and providing feedback to ensure mutual understanding. Empathy and respect. Show empathy, respect, and openness towards others' perspectives, cultural differences, and communication preferences. Feedback and validation. Encourage feedback and ask for confirmation and provide validation to ensure accurate interpretation of the message. Use of technology. Use appropriate communication technologies and tools to facilitate effective communication, particularly in remote or global settings. Next topic: interactive and non interactive techniques of communication. Interactive techniques. Interactive communication involves active engagement and two-way exchange of information. For example, it includes face-to-face meetings, video conferences, and live discussions. Non-interactive techniques. Non-interactive communication involves one-way transmission of information without immediate feedback. Examples include emails, letters, reports, and record videos. Next topic, listening as a tool of communication. Listening is a crucial component of effective communication. It involves receiving, actively receiving, interpreting, and understanding the message being communicated. And guys, if you think I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video or slow it down. I know I speak too fast. If you think I'm speaking too fast, still you can pause the video, slow down the video, and rewatch it again. And notes are in the Telegram. If you want, you can see the notes too in the Telegram. Or you can email me on my business email ID. I will send you the notes. Guidelines for effective listening includes paying attention, active engagement, empathic listening, avoiding interpretations, paraphrasing and summarizing, providing feedback. Let's go through them in detail one by one. Focus on the speaker or the message being conveyed. Paying attention, focus on the speaker or the message being conveyed. Avoid distraction and maintain eye contact. Active engagement. Show interest and engagement through non-verbal clues such as nodding, facial expressions, and appropriate body language. Empathic listening. Try to understand the speaker's perspective, feelings, and emotions, and demonstrate empathy and respect. Avoid interpretation. Allow the speaker to express their thoughts without interpreting and seeking clarification or ask questions after they have finished speaking. Paraphrasing and summarizing. Reflect back what you have understood by paraphrasing or summarizing the speaker's main points to ensure comprehension and clarify any misunderstanding. Providing feedback. Offer feedback and responses that demonstrate understanding and active listening and interest in the conversation. So, guys, Unit 1 is clear. I will discuss the Unit 2 on another video. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys will subscribe to my channel. And if you find this video helpful, do share it with your friends. हाँ दोस्तों को शेयर कर देना मैं भी हिंदी बोलता हूँ थोड़ा बहुत मेरी हिंदी थोड़ी मतलब पुअर ही है बहुत ज़्यादा कोई नहीं बाकी if you guys want any other notes on any other subjects do comment on the video I will try to make I can't promise but I will try to make more videos on those subjects. It will take some time to make the notes and then make this video, but I will. So do drop the subject names in the channel. Anyway, thanks again for watching and बस like करो वीडियो शेयर करो बाय